Hello, YouTube community. Thank you for tuning in to this series, which I am aptly naming Concepts. It's going to be fun, a lot of fun. And let me start by just introducing the channel, in case you're unfamiliar with it. Maybe you subscribed like 6 months ago and don't remember. But basically, I started this channel last year and uploaded videos they were like drawing tips and tricks. Things that I've picked up along the way, either from teachers or books or magazines, that just kind of help me to get down proportions and draw better. And originally when I put up those videos, I just kind of wanted to see if there was an audience on YouTube for them and see what kind of reaction they would garner. And I didn't expect much, but I wanted to just kind of feel it out. And eventually, months went by. I stopped uploading them after a few weeks, and a few months went by, and people were commenting, and they were getting a few views, and people were subscribing because of them. And slowly that picked up, and a year went by, a year and a half went by, and I decided that I would like to revisit the channel. I always liked YouTube. I always liked the idea of sharing videos and entering other people's lives and hearing their thoughts. I follow a lot of people on YouTube, and it's always fun to just take a break from what I'm doing and watch their videos. So I always wanted to be a part of it. Now that I have a few subscribers and a better understanding of how the community works, I'd like to start again with this series. And this series is a little bit different. Instead of regurgitating or rehashing the same old principles and the ideas and acting like I have any kind of credentials to teach you guys how to draw. Instead, I felt like it would be more fun for me and hopefully for you to just kind of use it as more of almost like a video blog where I'm just discussing a topic or something that I've been thinking about either in my life, mostly art related, usually art related, but not always. And in the background, a video of a speed painting will play like one is playing right now. But I won't really be talking about the painting as much as I'll be talking about a specific idea or a category. And what I hope is that this will kind of inspire people to give their 2 cents, their opinions, either in the comments or through a message or through a video response, and spark some kind of debate, conversation about the topic, and have a healthy exchange of thoughts over a period of time. And each week or each episode, I don't know when I'm going to put them up, but each episode will be something different, or maybe it'll be an extension of the previous one. I'm not really sure how this is going to work, but I'm excited about it, and I hope that you continue to watch. The paintings themselves, they are small digital paintings. I'm using a Wacom tablet, and the idea is that I've specialized in portraits of people, usually celebrities, and actors and singers, musicians, and stuff like that for the past 3 or 4 years now. It's been, and I've always found it fascinating, but I always want to try something different too. The past 4 or 5 years, I've pretty much done pencil and airbrush and acrylic paintings, mostly because I prefer a paintbrush in my hand or a pencil in my hand as opposed to digital, and even the more complicated oil paintings and stuff like that. But now I want to get more into oil paintings on canvases, and I realized that instead of breaking out all these oil paints, which create a mess and a lot of fumes just to practice, I can achieve a similar technique on the computer in Photoshop with my tablet. So these are kind of like throwaway paintings. They're no longer than an hour and a half, every one of them. They're very small, and the idea is just to try to understand color better and to understand form and shape better in a technique that is similar to oil painting, because I'm always trying to learn something new, and there's no way that you can ever know it all. So it's beneficial. The way I paint these paintings is through a process. I don't know if it's like a technique or something somebody created, but it's just something that I found emulates the way I oil paint, which is very simple, simplistic colors and shapes at the beginning, nothing really detailed or anything, and then I'll go in and I'll gauge and blur the whole layer. And what that does is it kind of acts like a dry brush when I oil paint, which is just to kind of like smudge the things around and mix the colors around. Then I'll start over and refine things. So it's almost like a photo that's extremely out of focus that slowly comes into focus. And I find that that's the easiest way for me to oil paint, and that's how I get my the best results, basically. Also, I'm not going to really talk about the specific paintings as far as the subject is concerned, because I always think when I show these speed paintings to people, I always think it's fun to see if they can guess who the actor or celebrity is as the painting develops, as it comes to life. So, you know, instead of just tell you, oh, this is a painting of so-and-so, I also thought it might be fun to see if you could guess who it is. And a lot of times you probably can't, because these aren't meant to be photorealistic paintings by any means. Like, I'm not spending hours and hours like I would with a real painting to nail the proportions. These are just quick, trying to get things down, and instead of capture the exact proportions and the exact colors, I'm more trying to capture the mood and like maybe a little bit of the energy of the person. And I think that's more what art's about. It's not about trying to replicate a photograph. So a lot of times I'm going to post pictures that fail miserably. Sometimes maybe they'll succeed, but sometimes what I tend to do, even when I'm really trying to, you know, copy someone's face, I'll end up exaggerating things. So it'll end up looking more like a caricature than it will like a photograph. And so just bear with the the overall quality of the art, because it's not going to be great. That's not the point. It's just trying to explore new techniques. And if you have any questions about the art itself, feel free to ask those too. But basically what the channel is about, like I said, is about talking about ideas. Often I'll think about an idea and I'll want to share it with someone, and I thought, you know, who better than this community of people who, if they're watching the video, are probably interested in art and talking about art. So let's start a conversation, and hopefully you enjoy the videos and you will want to watch more of them. They don't take long to do the paintings, like I said, an hour to an hour and a half. The hardest part I think I'll find is to come up with something to say, but I don't think it'll be that hard. So I'll probably post them pretty regularly, especially if they get a good response or a lot of feedback. And so if you want to subscribe. If you want to comment. And if you want to just sit back and watch and enjoy it. And maybe you can watch me progressively get better at this. So thank you, and take it easy.